We have definitely survived a lot of catastrophes, but this one, folks, may be the worst. It is the Mayan horror, How to Survive the End of the World in 2012. We have the author, Bob Robertson, with all the details.
Well, yes, in the book. It would take hours to go through all the details, and then we'll do a how-to show if we have to do it that way. Yes, the book contains everything you need, because regardless of any of the other predictions that have happened in history, the Mayans are going to get this one right. This truly will be the end of the world in 2012. So you'll need this book with hints about how to survive all the possible horrible scenarios that come. They're all in the book. Guaranteed.
Oh, and he covers all the bases, from oven mitts to protect you from molten core.
Well, yes, if the molten core of the Earth spews out, you're going to have something. You're going to need your hands, and I think, you know, the new oven mitts are, I don't know how hot they can handle, but they're pretty good.
And of course, the business that we're in, the media, the media, of course, have to be on top of things and being able to communicate and get the word out.
Well, yes, and that's why one of the chapters in the book is dedicated to the emergency alert system, which most Canadians don't know about. But there is actually a team of disaster DJs in a bunker right now as we speak under the Rocky Mountains. And as soon as that red phone rings from Ottawa, all the radio waves turn right over to this radio station, and these disaster DJs go into, they go on and just, they handle, now they play music too, but so that it's really quite interesting and amusing, but they handle all the emergency announcements, like, you know, that there's major earthquakes happening, but they'll do it all with a nice mix of music and maybe some commercials too.
So I want to know right now, how is Prime Minister Harper dealing with this, and is he getting ready right now?
He is. You know, he's busy, as everyone knows, just slashing all sorts of jobs in Ottawa. And as a matter of fact, there's a rumor that he may slash the emergency alert system. And much like the F-35 fighter project, he's going to bypass the bidding process because he likes to do this. And apparently, the rumor is that he's just going to give it to his favorite Ottawa radio station, which is 99.2, The Canal. And so when the end of the world happens, it'll be a pleasant mix of yesterday's favorites and today's hits. And there's even a rumor that the Prime Minister himself may appear on Doomsday playing his piano and singing Beatles songs.
Wow, that's quite the prediction. All right, seriously now, Bob. A comedy writer, we know you from a brilliant TV writer for Double Exposure, always doing something in politics. Why do a book like this?
Well, you know, over time, I just got ticked off with all these people who whip up hysteria when somebody says, you know, the world's going to end. I mean, it doesn't have to be religious. What about Y2K? How many people were nervous? New Year's Eve. Well, I just thought after a while, well, this is kind of crazy. We all get wrapped up in this stuff, and of course, nothing ever happens. And so then I was reading an article from a Toronto paper, and they were interviewing Seth Rogen, the actor. And he was going on about how he had a meeting with Steven Spielberg and George Lucas about a new project they were doing. And George Lucas suddenly started to talk about the Mayan calendar ending, and that was going to be the end of the world. So they laughed and they joked, and he said, no, I'm serious. George Lucas said, I'm serious. It's ending. We better get ourselves prepared. And I think Seth Rogen's comment was, well, you know, if we've had this meeting, is there going to be an extra seat on your rocket ship for us? So I thought, well, geez, if a smart, what I thought was a sane guy like George Lucas believes the world's going to end, what about, you know, just the men and women on the street? So I thought, no, I should do a book. I should poke some fun at all the hysteria that's going to get whipped up over this.
Oh my goodness. Well,
and all the media coverage, starting with you, Tracy.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that we started this conversation, because I'm going to go home now and get packed or do whatever. But
everything you need's in the book.
Okay.
The food you'll need, the clothes you'll need. You don't want to be poorly dressed for the end of the world.
No.
You know, you don't want to make a bad fashion statement. So it's all there. I guarantee that you need to have it with you at the crack of doomsday.
Okay. Seriously, a lot of fun though writing this one.
Yeah, it really was a lot of fun. I've been doing this for a lot of years, and I really enjoyed doing the book. A friend of mine in Toronto the other night was reading the book. I hadn't seen him for quite a few years. So he's reading through the book, and he looks up at me and he says, Bob, you remind me of a Paul Simon song. I said, you mean like I'm always a bridge over troubled waters? He said, no, you're still crazy after all these years.
Or 50 Ways to Leave the Earth, or Your
Sure.
Lover. Yes. There it is, folks. If that cover doesn't get your attention, well, nothing will. But
Right
please
here
read
at
the book.
McNally Robinson.
Yes, McNally Robinson. It's your own How to Survive the End of the World 2012. Thank you so much, Bob.
I think you'll laugh a lot.
I did laugh a lot.